Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec, and today I'm participating in the For the Love of Crafting and Sharing monthly YouTube hop. In May, we are all about flowers, and below you'll find links to all the other participants. Today, I'm going to be using really flowery material. I'll be talking about how I use busy and sometimes overwhelming floral paper, and I'm also going to be sharing a step-by-step recipe for a good old-fashioned double-page multi-photo layout. This one is going to be really easy to scrap lift. Here's what I'm going to be using. I have material from Coco Vanilla's Happiness collection, and I also have really old thickers from Pink Fresh Studio. I did do some preparation in advance. I prepared my frame style foundation across 2 pages. So the canvas is 24 by 12. And I did this with 6 sheets of paper, but I gutted 4 of them. I'll show you the back of them in a minute. And even though the white joins in the middle, I only gutted the inside of the back papers, and that's because it's easier to adhere the 3 pieces together when the full square behind is intact. I used that blue paper that I had gutted from behind the foundation page to create this mini page, and that's going to go on top of this foundation page. I could have gutted that, but I didn't, and then I added some other printed paper on top. So it seems like I've got an awful lot of paper going on here, but in the end, I have a lot of scraps of that paper as well. I also matted these 5 photos. Now I'm using 5 and I'm putting measurements for all of this on the screen, but really, and I'll talk about this later on, you can put the amount and the size of photos you want. Like I said, I will have a lot of scraps left from this printed paper. Of that, I only use a bit of the floral, and I'm also going to use a bit of this pink paper later on for a shelf, and I'm showing you the other material I have on my desk, including those die cuts, and that's ephemera from that Happiness collection. Now the first thing I'm going to do is adhere those mini pages on top of my foundation page, and like I said, once this part is established, then the rest comes together quite quickly. So I'm adhering this, and I'd like to point out the paper. So I spoke earlier about overwhelming floral paper. Well, I find it overwhelming. I find it gorgeous. That paper is absolutely beautiful. But if I had that too much on top of my page, I would fear I wouldn't be able to see my photos. So I did use it in the foundation page, as you can see, and I gutted it, but it will go elsewhere, that floral paper, in smaller amounts on top of this page, and you'll see that in a bit. So I'm placing my photos like this, playing around with placement, and as you may notice, one of them there in the middle is going to span across 2 pages. So I'm cutting that down, and that works well with some photos, but not all photos. For example, you don't want to take someone's face and cut it down the middle, but there it's just a bunch of flowers, so it works really, really well. So I have my photo placement down, and now what I'm doing is creating a shelf. Again, it's going to span across 2 pages. So I'm cutting this pink paper 3 inches wide, and I'm trimming it down. All measurements are on the screen. And then I'm taking this floral paper that's gorgeous, but it's very overwhelming, and I'm going to place it on top of that pink shelf. So here I have a shelf that's going to span across 2 pages. This is just an really easy recipe for creating a double page layout. I used to do this all the time, but I've kind of gotten away from it, but I felt like doing it today. So as you can see, I have the foundation page, a frame style foundation that goes across 2 pages. The same thing for that mini page in the middle. It spans across 2 pages. I'm doing the same thing with the shelf, and I'm even doing it with one of the photos. It's just kind of a, like I said, an easy recipe for a double page layout. I call it old-fashioned because I haven't done it in a long, long time. So here I am adhering my shelf down. One of them, as you can see, I'm going to have to trim. The one on the left side ends up being a bit too short, but the photo that I adhere on top of it is going to cover up that spot. So I'm adhering all of this down. And like I said, I am using these photos, the measurements on the screen. But what's really important here is that you create a grouping of photos centered towards the middle of the page, because the middle of this 24 by 12 layout is actually the middle of your canvas, and you don't want too much space between your photos, too much trapped white space, because that ends up creating a problem later on. But in those empty spaces, that's where I'm going to add my journaling as well as a title. Now, as you can see, my title is already on wax paper. The main part is in the top left, but I am adding a repeat of that in the bottom right hand corner. That's just the date. As you can see, I'm putting a frame around my journaling box. That was just in the ephemera pack. And I'm creating 3 embellishment clusters across 2 pages. Again, another way of uniting 2 pages together. So I have this all placed, and now the film is going to speed up because I'm quite literally adhering everything exactly where I had placed it. One thing about working with flowers, a lot of collections now have ephemera packs with only flowers, and they're full of flowers and leaves, and honestly they are the best for creating embellishment clusters. They are just the bomb, because as you can see, it's just so much fun and it's so easy to create a huge impact. Like always, when I create embellishment clusters, I start with the larger pieces and then I finish with the smaller pieces. I stopped the film there because I'm adhering exactly where I had placed the pieces. Also, that title there, those chipboard pieces were falling apart, so I was having a bit of trouble. Anyway, once the main part's down, I'm coming in with smaller pieces. So as you can see, I placed a butterfly in each one of those embellishment clusters. Butterflies work so well with floral clusters. And then I'm coming in with smaller pieces, those little tiny flowers. All of those I'm adhering with foam adhesive just to add a bit of dimension. I'm putting a little tab or something up there, the word happiness, up above my journaling box. And now I'm just going to finish off my page by adding some faux stitching along that shelf on the bottom page, and I do it later on a bit on the top of the journaling box on the word happiness. All I used there was a template from Stampin' Up! With a paper piercing tool, and now I just joined the holes together with a pen. It's something I often do. And the only thing I'm going to do now, well, actually what I'm trying to do is fit in another photo, and it would work, but I end up scrapping it. And if you're curious, this photo measures 2¼ inches by 3 3/4 inches, and the mat is 1/4 inch larger. Again, it would have worked, but I decided not to use it. And now I'm coming in with these Nouveau drops, and these are like jewel Nouveau drops or something. It's the first time I'm using them, but they are clear with a little hint of aqua in them. They're super beautiful. And by the way, I always had difficulty using those before, and it wasn't until I started storing my bottles upside down that I could use them, because before I'd get this spurt of air and it would ruin my layout, but it works well when you store them upside down. Anyway, there is my final layout. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, for floral material, if you find it overwhelming, use it in smaller bits. Floral embellishments are so much fun to create embellishment clusters with. They are very, very easy. I've also done this with flower punches and leaf punches. It works well as well. You'll find a lot of that in my Punched Out Thursday series on YouTube. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out the other participants. And if you haven't subscribed to Scrapbooking Quebec, I would be absolutely thrilled if you did. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.